Africa Skills Revolution initiative shows that young people between the ages of 15 and 30 believe they have a key role in advocating for technical and vocational education and training, or TVET, and making it competitive with traditional higher education, rather. The report aligns with the African Union's Agenda 2063 and the Continental TVET strategy. And to discuss this further, we are now joined on the line by Snorre Westgaard, Chairman of the Federation Humana People to People and the CEO of Humana People to People in India, speaking to us from New Delhi. Snorre, good day. How are you?
Good day. I'm very fine, thank you. And thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. So tell us about this report and how it was compiled.
Yes, it's very interesting. As you mentioned in your introduction, it was an initiative that started around a year ago, a collaboration between Humana People to People and an African Union, the AUDA NEPAD, to advocate and promote vocational training. So that was called the African Skills Revolution. So it included advocacy, telling more about vocational training, its importance especially for Africa. And then it also included a competition where young people could apply for a prize to tell about some innovations they had come up with related to vocational training, or what they had learned during vocational training. And then the third element was also a survey, so where young people could answer different questions, and then the report is based on what the youth have answered. So that's how the report came about.
So it seems that we're focusing far less on skills development for the youth in the recent past. Let's just put it that way. What can we do to change that focus?
I think one of the major things that we found out in the survey, and which is kind of the major findings, is to include the young people. They want to be heard, and they want to be included in both promoting vocational training, but also informing and revising the curricula to make it more relevant for young people. So they talked about including digital skills, soft skills, entrepreneurship skills, so that vocational training not only leads to defined jobs, but it also enables young people to drive development through their own entrepreneurship, starting businesses, and so on. So I think, one thing is advocacy, but then really include the young people in designing vocational training, listening to them.
Now, what role or what roles does the youth believe that they can play in the TVET sectors?
So, of course, they in this survey, the majority said that they could be part of the advocacy of informing about vocational training and making it known to their peers, and they also could be part of forming the curriculum. On the other hand, I think if you think about more the whole development question, then what is also very important in this whole skills revolution is to recognize the importance of vocational training, or what we call TVET, Technical and Vocational Education and Training, for development. Very often TVET, or vocational training, is undervalued and seen as a second choice. But if made available for young people and modernized, it can really be about the first choice, because one, it can give access to jobs, new jobs that are coming up with investments in different countries in Africa, and it can also be a pathway for young people to be drivers of the development through initiatives, businesses, go back to their community and drive development there.
And my final question, the survey is a call to action and a roadmap. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, I can say what we can kind of concluded, or what we heard also from the report, what young people said. So one is listen to youth voices in policy making and implementation. Number two is address financial barriers and increase access through innovative funding models, development of infrastructure, investment in infrastructure, and greater gender inclusivity. And then modernize TVET curriculum to include digital skills, soft skills, and entrepreneurship skills. Strengthen the education to employment pipeline through industry partnership and career counseling. It's not enough to train people for a certain job. The vocational training institutions also have to have a relationship to the private sector, to the industries, and also the training should include internship, so that the connection between education and jobs are there. And then also champion TVET as a force for good and align TVET programs with the goals of the Africa's Agenda 2063. So these are the recommendations which give a clear roadmap for action.
Snorre, thank you so much for joining us today. I so appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Snorre Westgaard, Chairman of the Federation Humana People to People and CEO of Humana People to People India, speaking to us from New Delhi.